afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for the kind introduction. It's my great pleasure to be here and join the forum to discuss how this wave of AI-centered technology revolution have and will continue to transform our life profoundly. To this general audience, I would like to give you a general introduction about the background. What is life? The very famous century dogma tells us the information flow in life science flowing this way. The information is encoded in DNA. So a lot of people claim DNA is life. In Zootopia, people, the famous animals say, data, you have data to commit crime, something like that. And DNA will be transcribed into RNA, and RNA will be translated into protein. So information is stored in DNA form, in very compact form, Dr. Ma just mentioned. But the real executor or performer for biological reaction is performed by protein. So currently, according to the statistics, over 95% of drugs center on the modification of the protein itself. Recently, there's a new wave of technology in CAR-T, essentially in terms of T-cell therapy and gene therapy started to emerge. And before that, everything on drug market based on modification of protein. So we'll talk about protein. Here come to the next slide. What is drug? We just talked about what is life. So DNA encodes our life information. Protein is a central player for the life form. And what is drug? Drug to a protein, which is our drug target, is like a key to a keyhole. So essentially, you can take on your left hand, imagine this protein in your cell will not be static. Means the protein always undergo conformational change. Although from a lot of crystallography labs, they tell you crystal structure of the protein. Essentially, they use physical method to capture the low energy state of the conformation of the protein. It just shows you a static picture. But you should imagine that you should play your imagination of human intelligence that protein in your cell actually undergo local and global motion. So the idea to design a drug or to screen a drug in pharmaceutical industry is that traditionally we use experimental method to identify a compound that can bind to the pocket or the keyhole of the protein, thereby to limit the motion, the dynamic motion of the protein. For a lot of cases, for like cancer, a lot of say some oncoprotein were either amplified or expressed too much. You use a drug to limit its conformation change, thereby to kill its function. So this is a drug. Drug essentially, and even in current understanding, you can still take it as this. You want to find something like a key to lock the protein in certain conformation, thereby to limit its deleterious or bad motion that can potentially kill people. This is a very famous movie recently. Essentially, this story tells about actually that's a very sad story based on a true story. Back to 10 to 15 years ago, a patient himself with a CML, one kind of deadly disease, leukemia, one form of leukemia. And this patient himself could not afford the high price of the drug, which is Gleevec, developed by Novartis. So he actually smuggled the drug from India, which country doesn't have the IP protection at all. So he smuggled the drug from India to China and sell the drug to his patient group without taking any profits. And then that group of patients will undergo public trial. And the results, I think, is very encouraging. It's one of, I think that represents one of the first time that really the justice of this country listen to people. What's the fundamental reason for the high price for the drug is that no matter which statistical bureau you ask, the developing price for drugs always skyrocket high. On average, a drug developing price for normal medicines runs between $1 to $2 billion. And you can imagine, drug is developed, go through this, on average, 5 to 10 years of development time. And according to the patent law protection period, after the drug, even if you're lucky, after the drug gets approved after phase 3, on average, the drug will have 5 years good time to sell on the market. So, on average, this $2 billion of cost need to be milked back by this 5 years of non-competing selling period. And according to for now, U.S. market still account for over 50% of the I'll say, revenue for drug. So annual price for like, we take cancer drug as a standard, it's $100K per year per patient. You can do the valuation calculate discount back in this 5 years period. The pharmaceutical industry need to recoup at least $4 billion from the sales of the drug, because other players in the value chain, including distribution channel, and doctors, hospitals, would take another 50% of profit at least. So you can imagine the root cause for the high rocking drug price is because the high cost for the drug development period and very low efficient in terms of efficiency of the drug developing. So on average, the drug developing time, the drug development can be divided into 2 periods. One is called preclinical. The second period is called clinical. Essentially, the idea is a preclinical, everything done in animal. That means the drug hasn't seen human yet. The clinical means the drug is tested in human. And typically, preclinical drug development runs in range between 3 to 5 years. So I'll walk you through the general workflow for preclinical drug discovery, because for our company, we are the practitioner in the field. So far, I enjoy the rights pretty much, and we have shown proof of concept results in multiple steps of the preclinical drug discovery. And let me walk you through the general procedure for preclinical drug discovery. First step, usually this step is finished in academia, and some scientists in the field will use genetic, biochemical, and cell biology assay to confirm a target. Actually, it's a good target to work on. And then once the target was confirmed, usually the pharmaceutical industry will pick up the lead. The traditional way is that a pharma or biotech will perform high throughput screening. Essentially, I'm going to show you a video. They're going to test from hundreds of thousands to millions of compounds in a hope to identify a lead compound that can bind to the target and certain affinity. And the next step, they're going to take. So once the compound is confirmed to bind the target, the compound is transformed to become a hit. And once the hit is identified, the hit will be distributed to the crystallization department, a crystallization lab, including Egon and a lot of famous scientists. They will do the crystallization experiment, try to give you a static picture of how the drug binds to the target protein in a certain way. Once you get a crystal structure, you can present this to medicinal chemists. Chemists think they are artists. Once they look at how the drug binds to the protein, they think, okay, this drug carbonic group is adjacent to a certain amino acid. They think they can modify drug in a certain way to try to increase the binding affinity of the drug to the target. So that step is called lead optimization. I just mentioned that the drug discovery involves high throughput string-based hit identification. Once the hit identified, hit will be validated by crystallography. So far, the golden standard for hit validation still depends on crystallography. Once the crystal structure obtained, the hit becomes confirmed lead. And the lead needs to be further optimized because in order to have an ideal drug, the drug should bind to the target at high affinity and bind to unwanted target at low affinity. It's called high potency and high selectivity. And in order for a drug to be a good drug, the drug ideally to have some other ADME property. It's very tedious jargon. But in general, the drug ideally need to be orally available. It needs to be soluble. It should be low toxic, can pass the membrane easily. That's a general profile for the drug to be improved in order for the drug to be a real ideal drug. Because once you pass all those filters, the drug becomes, say, clinical candidate. The clinical candidate, this drug now is not a joke anymore because the drug is going to be tested in human experiment. Imagine this clinical trial essentially put take human as